Hey guys, it's Edgar BHA here bringing you another video. This is the second video in the Eufy dual camera series that we've kind of started here. First video we did that indoor cam, but today we're going to be looking at the SoloCam S340. So this is pretty cool. This is another dual camera setup. So we got a 3K wide angle lens and a 2K telephoto lens. It is completely powered by solar power. The cool thing about it is that solar panel is not completely attached, so you can actually move it to a location that would get more sunlight if you need to, and still be able to power this camera without any issue. Of course, it's going to be all connected in with the Eufy ecosystem, so it makes it that much cooler. Now, stay tuned in the next few weeks because we will be looking at 2 additional dual camera products. Because remember, this is a 4-video set. So you're going to want to check out all the videos. I'll have links in the description below for the previous videos each week. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So this thing is now on sale on Eufy's website for about $200. Which overall isn't that bad of a deal if you're considering what all the feature set that you get with it. Now again, we haven't fully looked at it yet, so I don't want to get into too much details, but if it does everything that it says it can do, I think it's worth a shot. Here we go.
Let's see what all we get inside this box. So as you can see, they got all the information on the outside of the box, both the camera's capabilities as well as the contents of the box itself. But if we slide the outer cover off here, right here on top, we got the solar panel here on the right. Looks like it connects via USB-C. We also get a USB-C extension cord, which can be used if we decided to mount the solar panel away from the camera a little bit or separate from the camera. It also comes with a USB-C cable to use for the initial setup of the camera. Next up, we got the mounting brackets for both the camera and the solar panel. We got the mounting screws for both brackets as well. We got our user guide / instruction manual for getting this thing set up. Then of course we got the camera itself. It's actually a little smaller than I thought it would be. I expected it to be a whole lot bigger. You can see this is a PTZ camera, so it will kind of spin around as needed there on the bottom side of the unit. That's everything that comes inside the box itself. Now let's go over the main specs of the device here. So of course we got the dual cameras, so 3K wide angle lens and 2K telephoto lens. It does color night vision as well. It has 8x hybrid zoom, similar to the indoor cam we looked at last week. It is fully PTZ with 135-degree field of view. The solar panel is fully removable, which allows for some custom installations, making sure you get the best light for the solar panel to charge. We get 8 GB of built-in storage, so no SD card slot on this one, but does have that 8 GB of storage and will support connection to the Homebase 3 in the near future. And lastly, this will do human detection, face detection, and motion detection. Now that's the main specs for this camera, so let's go ahead and move on to the next step and we'll get this thing set up. Okay, so as always, getting it added into the Eufy app is very simple. Here we are on the main screen, and we are just going to hit that plus in the top corner. And then we are looking for battery cameras, since this is a solar panel camera. And then we're going to select the SoloCam S340 there. We'll hit next through this, and then it asks if we are connecting it to router or to Homebase 3. At this point, I'm told that connecting to Homebase 3 is not fully supported, so we're going to choose Wi-Fi router for now. Now we need to put in our Wi-Fi SSID and password. Now remember, this camera only supports 2.4 gigahertz, so it will not be supporting 5 gigahertz. It says to hold the sync button down on the back of the unit until we hear it beep, and then we can hit next. It looks like now we are ready to scan a QR code with the camera. Now again, you should hear it beep once it has successfully scanned that QR code. At this point, we are just waiting for it to complete the connection. Now you can't hear it, but the camera itself has announced that it did complete the connection, but for some reason it doesn't look like the app is going to complete. Not sure what happened here, but I ended up backing out of the install. Even though the app never showed that it completed the installation, you can see the camera has been added to the app. I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, and we'll get this thing installed outside. Alright, so I have a wooden post in the front of my house that is supposed to be for a flagpole, but now I pretty much just use it for testing out various cameras when I need to. As you can see, I have another Wi-Fi camera mounted out here, so we're just going to be removing that camera and installing the new SoloCam S340 in its place. And this should be a pretty easy install. As you can see in this clip, I have the old camera removed. Now we are ready to put the new one in its place. The nice thing about this camera is that the mounting bracket is separate, so we can install it without also having to hold the camera up there and try to work around the camera. When we are ready to install the camera, it will just kind of snap into that bracket, so it makes it pretty nice. Since we're going to mount the solar panel on top of the camera, we need to go ahead and add the bracket on there. There are 2 screw holes on the top of the camera that allow us to just add that mounting bracket onto the top of the camera. In this last clip, you can see we got everything installed and mounted correctly. At this point, we're ready to move on to the next step and go over the config options in the app. Alright, let's go over the various config options within the app. So you can see the camera there at the top. Let's go ahead and open that up. We got both lenses showing here. So we got the wide angle on top and the telephoto on the bottom. And along the very bottom there, we got, let's see, a record button. We can enable, disable sound. We have a microphone there for two-way conversation. We got the pan and tilt controls, which you can see here. I'll kind of move the camera all around here just to kind of show you guys a little bit. It's got a pretty decent image. Remember, this is a 3K on top and a 2K camera on the bottom. We can also turn on the light here as well, which will kind of show us the color night vision. And I'll move the camera back around just to show you what it looks like with the light on. Again, pretty decent image. If we slide over that menu at the bottom, you can see a few more options there. You can take screenshots if you want, adjust the night vision settings, disable AI tracking, or even have the camera do a patrol of the area using the PTZ. Let's hit the settings up in the top corner, and right there at the top you can disable the camera altogether if we wanted to. Let's see, under Edge Connection, this is where you would be able to add it to the Homebase 3, which will be supported, not fully functional just yet. Under Motion Detection, this is where we can enable human detection and vehicle detection and all other motion detection as well. You also have the ability to enable AI tracking, which if it finds someone on the camera, it will follow them around as long as they are in the camera's view. If you want to test the motion detection to get the perfect motion sensitivity set, you can go into motion test mode here The light will flash red when it picks up motion, so you'll be able to kind of adjust accordingly. Under Power Manager, we can set the mode for battery performance and what kind of battery performance we might want. I have it set to optimal, which I think works pretty good. You can see I'm at 100% charge currently. There's even a solar dashboard here that kind of charts out the charge you're getting on the battery day by day. Since this is a PTZ camera, we can have a preset position. So if you want to set a default location that the camera will come back to on a regular basis, we can do that here. Under pan tilt settings, you have the ability to enable AI tracking again, which we saw earlier. And then, of course, we have the ability to adjust the pan tilt speed as well. I have it right in the middle right now, which I think works pretty well. Spotlight settings. So we can turn on the spotlight here as well as adjust the brightness. By default, it's set to about 80%, and I'm just going to kind of leave it there for now. Under video settings, this is where we can hide the watermarks if we wanted to, as well as change the view mode. Instead of seeing both cameras at the same time, you can show just one at a time, and then you'll have a little switch to move back and forth between the two lenses. You can also adjust the streaming and recording quality defaults as well. It defaults to standard black and white night vision. I like to use the color night vision, so I'm going to switch that over. I think it does drain the battery a little bit faster, but I'm okay with that based on how well my battery is charging with the solar panel. Audio settings, this is where we can disable the microphone. We can adjust the speaker volume as well as disable audio for recording if we wanted to. Now under notification, this is where we can set type of alerts that we're going to get. I like to have mine set to the full effect. It kind of gives you the most information on alert. I think it works pretty well. Under general, we can adjust the name. Since it defaulted to the serial number, well, let's go ahead and change that to an actual name. I'm going to call it Front SoloCam for now. We can also change the Wi-Fi settings here if we needed to, and disable the status LED if we wanted to. Under local storage, this is where we can see the status of that 8 gig of built-in storage. Under this general section is where we can also update the firmware if we needed to, which currently shows that it is actually current, so I think we're good. But that pretty much covers everything that you can do here in the settings. Let's move on to the last step, and I will give you my final thoughts. Okay, so let's start off by showing you some footage recorded from the camera. I struggled to get a standard black and white night vision video because I have a camera off screen that has a light on it, and it kind of keeps showing light in the area. So unfortunately, I had trouble getting true black and white night vision this time. But this is the camera without the light on. And then of course I have another clip here that does have the light on to show full color night vision as well. So you get a little bit of both. And again, the image isn't bad. It looks pretty good. Here's some footage during the day time as well, so you can kind of see what that daytime quality looks like. And overall, I was pretty pleased with the functionality and the quality of the camera. So I found a couple of clips here of AI tracking, so both daytime and nighttime. You can just see how it picks up that a person was walking in front of the camera. You can kind of see what that looks like. So this camera is about 200 bucks, which may seem kind of high for a solar panel camera. You can definitely get them cheaper, but I think it's still worth it, and let me tell you why. I mean, there's two cameras on here, not just one, so you get that wide angle lens and the telephoto lens. This camera is fully PTZ, so it's going to cover a large area. I think it's 135-degree field of view. The solar panel is not fixed to the top like most of them are that you'll see, so you'll be able to mount it wherever you need to so that you can get the most light for charging that camera. And then, of course, you get to take advantage of the amazing Eufy ecosystem. So if you have other Eufy cameras already, then you already know how awesome their system is, and it works really well. So for $200, it's a pretty nice deal. I'll have a link in the description below to Eufy's website. If you are interested in this camera, head over there and see what else they got. I guarantee you'll find something that you do like.
As always, I want to thank everybody for donating to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you haven't had a chance, head over to my spring merchandise page and check out all of the Burns home automation merchandise. And if you're looking for the latest smart home gear, you're going to want to check out Snowman. I'll have a link in the description below. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. And if you're looking for the latest smart window treatment, you're going to want to check out Smartwings. I'll have a link in the description below for them as well. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. If you're interested in buying and selling stock or maybe cryptocurrency, you're going to want to check out Robinhood. If you sign up with that link in the description below, you and I both will get a free share of stock. It's a win-win for both of us. As always, if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. If there are any videos out there that you would like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around.